Fidelis Care offers quality, affordable health coverage for children and adults of all ages and at all stages of life. Quality health coverage, it's our mission. Call 1-888-FIDELIS or visit fideliscare.org. Hello everybody and welcome to the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. Every week at this time we take a look at our local college sports programs and we begin with our honor roll of local college athletes, brought to you by M&T Bank. At M&T Bank we're listening, learning, and working hard to understand what's important to Western New York. It's what we've been doing since 1856. M&T Bank, understanding what's important. Coming in at number 3, the women on the SUNY Brockport 4x200 indoor track relay team. They broke the school record in the event at the ECAC Championships. Junior Kate Hochbruckner of Geneseo and senior Samantha Turner of Yellowjackets shared in the new record. In at number 2, Nazareth's Jamie Martin of Camillus. She scored 5 goals, all in the first half of the Flyers' 15-12 women's lacrosse victory over William Smith. And topping this week's list, Tamara Miller of MCC, who claimed 4 national titles at the National Junior College Athletic Association Swim Championships. The Slovenia native won the 200, 500, 1,000, and 1650 freestyle events. Time now for our local college spotlight athlete of the week, brought to you by Northwestern Mutual.
Northwestern Mutual's college internship program has been nationally ranked as one of America's top 10 internships. Contact Molly Doherty for more information. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Our spotlight athlete of the week is Natalie Schneider of RIT. She turns a disability into a competitive advantage. When Natalie Schneider claimed the Region 4 title, she became the first female diver from RIT to achieve that accomplishment. And with it, she earned a trip to the national meet. But Natalie wasn't able to hear the applause or her name being announced. Natalie has been deaf since birth.
Actually, wasn't really thinking about being the first diver to win the title. I was thinking about keeping my undefeated season because all year I've been undefeated for 1 meter and I wanted to keep that going so badly. So I wanted to win in regionals, and now I realize that I'm the first diver to win. I'm like, ooh, that's cool.
Well, first of all, I knew that she could do it. I thought this was something that she absolutely could do. I was very confident that she'd be able to go through and win not only our state conference championships, but our regional championships as well. And I think she's got a great chance to be in the top 8 in the country. And for the program, it's great. You know what? She's a fantastic athlete. She's a great representative of RIT.
The fact that Snyder is deaf makes her success off the board even more impressive. In the sport of diving, verbal cues during training can be crucial, but her focus and talent made her lack of hearing much less of a factor.
Her being deaf and having those challenges of not being able to hear exactly when she needs to come out for some of my instructions. So a lot of times when I'll do it, I have a new person do a dive, they will need a call exactly when they need to come out.
So what do you do to make up for that? How do you compensate for that?
That's all Natalie. She's got to see exactly where she's got to come out, and if she doesn't see it, she'll miss. But you know what? It's very rare that Natalie will miss.
Well, growing up, I've always been a very visual person. Like, that's why my parents did not really find out I was deaf until I was 10 months old, because I was very visual. I saw everything. So I think, in a way, being deaf helped me in diving, because that way I don't have any distraction. And I can just focus on being myself and focus on my skills, my mechanics, and I just focus on the spots. When really spinning the air, you have to keep your eyes open and look at where you want to see a kick out so that we don't smack into the water.
Natalie lost her first 2 years of collegiate diving because of a serious shoulder injury, but she always knew that getting back on the board was something she couldn't live without.
I came to college knowing that I wanted to break all of the records and I wanted to go to nationals all 4 years. And now that I got the injury and I couldn't dive, I was really devastated and I wanted to be a part of a team. So this summer after my first year, I realized that I needed surgery. I went ahead in a heartbeat because I knew I wanted to get back into diving. So during my second year, I worked very hard in physical therapy, working out, staying in shape because I wanted to come back.
The rehab was only part of the hardship the injury created. Mentally, not being able to do the things she really loved was equally as tough.
It was really hard because it's my favorite sport. I've done so many sports all my life, and derby has always been my favorite. But then again, derby is a really mental sport too because it can be scary, and I'm already mentally tough from that because I've smacked so many times. So it's not a big deal. So now that I have to think about getting stronger and not think about getting hurt again in my shoulder.
Natalie admits she wonders where she would be today if she could have been diving all 4 years. But her coach doesn't like to think about what might have been. He's very happy with the way things are.
She carries a huge course load. She carries a very high GPA. She's a great student. She's a great leader on the team. She'll lead practices. She'll lead things when we're out at competition. So tremendous leader, tremendous young woman.
When we return, J.C. DeLass welcomes Rocky Delfino from Roberts Wesleyan into the Coach's Corner. And later, Kim Bernston has our Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete. All that and more when the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat continues. As we head to break, here's a look at the Nazareth Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Nazareth College. As we come back from break, here's a look at the Geneseo Athletes of the Week, brought to you by SUNY Geneseo. Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us on the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. Each week, J.C. DeLass from WYSL Radio will help us get to know an area coach with the Fidelis Care Coach's Corner. The Fidelis Care Coach's Corner is presented by Fidelis Care, quality health coverage. It's our mission.
This is J.C. DeLass with this week's Fidelis Care Coach's Corner, joined this week by our guest head men's lacrosse coach at Roberts Wesleyan College, Rocky Delfino.
How you doing, J.C.?
As the only head coach in the 5-year history of this program, what have been some of the challenges starting this program from scratch?
Yeah, the scratch is the biggest thing. You know, kids are looking for history and tradition, and I really couldn't promise them that. You know, I was more promising, be a building block, be one of the people that help establish the program here at Roberts. And I think it helped because I had, coming from Monroe Community College for 10 years, I had a base built with the high school coaches, so, they knew what they're going to get if they send their kids this way. But, you got to do something. And, to keep the local kids here, and Section 5 is great lacrosse, we have to start, playing tough schedules, playing teams that they want to play.
I look at your roster now, and like you said, Section 5, you got a bunch of local kids. How important is that to the success of your program?
I think it is. I mean, college is different. I mean, it's not like you're playing in your own town. So just for game day atmosphere, and even the newspapers, they want to know about our local people, who's scoring, who's doing well. And I think it helps the game when you get a lot of parents, you get a lot of their friends, you get a lot of coaches. So I think it's helpful, but it's nice to mix in some, we have some Canadian kids in, we have a kid coming in from Long Island, New Hampshire. So it's nice to get that variety too, but I think Rochester, you like to get the local talent, like to show off the local talent. But for us to keep the local talent here, they all want to go down south. We were just talking about the weather here, we have 2 seasons, winter and not winter. So to keep them here, we had to do something. And I think now that they see our schedule, they see us more visible. We had camps here, we had clinics here, leagues here, so people know, hey, it's a destination now. And being the only Division II school in Rochester, again, helps too. So that's good for us.
What type of student athlete are you looking for when you go out and recruit? Who are you looking to bring into Roberts Wesleyan College?
Team guys. I mean, it's not an individual sport. It's not about me, it's about the team. And we're looking for guys with great character. They want to be part of the team, they want to grow with the team. They're unselfish, good citizens. We spend a lot of time together. Like we were in Canton, Ohio. We brought the kids to the Hall of Fame. You don't have to worry about how the kids were going to act. They're all class kids. So I think that's what you're looking for. You want kids, you talk to the coaches, this is a great kid.
For you personally, what's the best part about coaching here at Roberts Wesleyan College?
I think it's the atmosphere here. I came from MCC and I loved it at MCC. MC was great. But, when I came here, having the kids for 2 years is like a cup of coffee and they're gone. Here, 4 years, you can really build, see the kids through. I can see them get their 4-year degree. At MCC, they're getting an associate. I had to send them somewhere else. And, a lot of them didn't like where they went. And they would come back, Coach, I wish this was a 4-year school. But now I have that. This is a 4-year school. So, hopefully they'll stay, they'll be successful, become great parts of the community, great parents and all that fun stuff. So I think that's a great part.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, JC.
Thank you for watching this week's Fidelis Care Coaches Corner.
Well, Kim Bernstein has our Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete of the Week next, and later on, it's a family reunion of sorts at the U of R. All that and more when the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat returns. Before we go to break, here's a look at the RIT Athletes of the Week, brought to you by the Rochester Institute of Technology. As we come back from break, here's a look at the SUNY Brockport Athletes of the Week, brought to you by the College at Brockport.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Kim Bernstein. It's time now for our Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete.
The Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete is brought to you by our friends at Fusion Digital, a proud supporter of college athletics.
This week takes us to SUNY Brockport, where Cameron Shaughnessy is our Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete. A Syracuse native, Cameron Shaughnessy is a 2-time Section 3 champion in track and field. He was once a contributor to a tremendous 4x100 meter team that placed 3rd in the NCAA Division III Outdoor Track and Field Championship. Cameron is also a highly proficient pole vaulter. He placed 4th in the pole vault at the SUNYAC Indoor Championships with a mark of 4.40. For his leadership and persistence that have led to his team's success on the track, this week Cameron Shaughnessy is our Fusion Digital Scholar Athlete. Now here's Dave with our Bill Gray's College Calendar.
The Bill Gray's College Calendar is brought to you by our friends at Bill Gray's Restaurants, a proud supporter of local college athletics. Here is our Bill Gray's local college calendar for the week ahead. Spring break doesn't stop lacrosse. On Tuesday, the RIT women are at Nazareth. That's a 4 o'clock face-off. Same day men's lacrosse with RIT playing at St. John Fisher, also at 4. Wednesday, the Roberts Wesleyan men get into the act. The Red Hawks host Lindenwood at 4. Saturday, it's the women, Nazareth playing at the U of R with a 1 o'clock start. Here's how some of our Section 5 alums are performing at colleges outside of Rochester in a segment we call Postcards from College. Phil Valenti, a junior at Canisius out of Aquinas, set a Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference playoff scoring record with 33 points in a triple overtime win against Niagara, the 33 of Valenti's career high. The men's swimming and diving team at the University of Michigan won a 6th straight Big Ten championship. PJ Ransford from Pittsford won the first event of the night, the 1650-yard freestyle. Fairport's Derek DeJoe is a senior lacrosse midfield at Syracuse, and he is producing. DeJoe scored twice in a 9-8 win over Army. Emily Resnick has 3 goals and 3 assists in 6 games for the women's lacrosse team at Syracuse. Emily is a freshman out of Webster Thomas. Those are our postcards from college. Coming up next, our honor roll of teams, and the family legacy lives on at the U of R in our Monroe County Sports Commission Spotlight Team of the Week segment. All that and more when the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat continues. As we head to break, here's a look at the Roberts Wesleyan Athletes of the Week, brought to you by Roberts Wesleyan College. As we come back from break, here's a look at the St. John Fisher Athletes of the Week, brought to you by St. John Fisher College. Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us on the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat. I'm Dave Yates. It is time now for our honor roll of local college teams, brought to you by Dave Digital Audio Visual Environments. Where can you go to get expert advice and installation on TVs, sound systems, and automation for your home, car, or business? Come see Dave. Digital Audio Visual Environments. Come see Dave.com. At number 3, Roberts Wesleyan College women's basketball and ECC tournament finalist for the first time. Senior Samantha Courtney of Marathon scored 29 points against NYIT in the semifinals. At number 2, St. John Fisher Cardinals women's basketball team, which made it to the NCAA tournament for the second straight year. Eastridge grad Emily Piacentini scored a career-high 20 points in her final game. And topping off the list, the Geneseo men's hockey team, SUNYAC champions. The Knights scored an upset 7-1 win in the final at Plattsburgh to claim an NCAA Division III tournament berth. And that brings us to our Monroe County Sports Commission Spotlight Team of the Week. The Monroe County Sports Commission, along with Visit Rochester, is proud to announce and welcome the upcoming sporting events to Rochester, New York. Please visit monroecountysports.org. Like father, like son, like father, like daughter. A celebration of legacies at the U of R. Here's Bill Pucko.
It's a ceremony played out on every team, at every school, every season. Senior Day. Tyler Guerreri being honored here. Tyler is a relatively modest role player in the University of Rochester women's basketball team. But this is no ordinary gathering of family at center court. This is U of R athletic royalty.
Number 23, Tyler Guerreri.
Sam Guerreri is a former two-time All-American football player at the U of R. His wife Nancy, a former Yellowjacket cheerleader. So it seemed preordained that Tyler would attend the U of R too.
Yeah, your dad said that you were pretty excited about getting accepted here originally, and that this is where you wanted to go. Is that true?
Yeah, no. I actually wasn't too excited about it. I didn't necessarily want to go to the University of Rochester. I kind of wanted my own school. And my parents both went here. I kind of grew up around here. I went to all the games.
The Guerreris have attended every one of Tyler's basketball games home and away over the last 4 years. This year, they were joined by the Witiks, Jeff and Carol. Jeff, like Sam, was an All-American football player at the U of R. They played 3 years together, from 1982 to 1985.
Oh, I remember Sam as a running back. He's reading his holes so well as a freshman, and that he made a lot of big plays for himself in that regard, where he read blocks well and he was able to work off of them. Jeff was a different sort of a player, great quarterback, could throw the ball. He made good reads on the option and was an outstanding player to work with.
Jeff and Carol Witek raised a future U of R athlete. Jacob Witek, a starting freshman point guard on the men's basketball team.
I think he had his sights set on a high academic institution where he could play and play soon, and so this gave him the opportunity to do that, and it's just extra special that it's my alma mater.
I mean, he was solid football and baseball, and I think now that I play basketball, it makes it a little different. But I hear stories from Coach Stark, who's at these games, and I see him around, so I definitely hear about him. So I mean, it makes me want to be a good player here as well.
Attending all of the U of R basketball games isn't as simple as it might sound. The UAA is a pretty far-flung conference.
we're fortunate that he's our youngest. So my wife and I do travel. We haven't missed a game, and it's just been such a great season for the team. They've really, as you know, played extremely well the back half of the season and making a run towards the NCAA tournament. So we've followed them along and made some road trips as well.
As a family, we do everything together, and when we saw the schedule and the types of teams that they played and the cities that they went to, it brought everything together for us. So we were really excited and very fortunate to be able to travel with her at every game.
For the Guerreris, this chapter ends this season.
Oh yeah, we've been through it all week, actually all season. We've been talking about this is the first last practice, the first last scrimmage, the first last game, the whole thing. It's been a very emotional year for sure.
Tyler will graduate with degrees in business and biology. Sports helped pave the way.
It's good to have that balance. I think it teaches you a lot of life lessons, trying to balance your schoolwork, basketball, practices, any other things you're involved in. I think it makes you a more well-rounded person.
Bill Pucko with the U of R for the Fidelis Care College Sports Beat.
The Guerreris aren't completely done traveling to games. Jordan Guerreri is a sophomore on the RIT women's lacrosse team. Well, thanks everybody for watching.
And a special thanks to our sponsors, including Fidelis Care, for making the College Sports Beat possible.
And we'll see you next week right here.